Oh, yeah, I guess I should. Let's see what this looks like. Live stream. Oh, there we are. Yeah. We're mirrored, though, from my display. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, too, about, like, a 10-second delay, it looks like. You know what's weird is, like, if you flipped it in Discord, it would just flip again on YouTube. You can never get it back how you want it. It is weird that it's stacked. Like, there ought to be an option for side by side, right? You can never get it back how you want it. Yeah. Oh, well. Everybody's gonna be watching it on their phone anyway like this, they're gonna be yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Make sure I'm gonna pause this video here so it's not echoing. I'll just close the tab also. Yeah, oh, well. Oh, no, it's just you know how, like, when you speak into a PA system or something and you hear your own voice coming back at you, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. I I think with training, if you just do a training montage, you could probably get there. Yeah. Some '80s song playing in the background by Survivor. Is that yeah, is that in the '80s? I mean, I know it was the '90s. Was it '80s? I don't know. Maybe. Ready as I'll ever be. Alright, that was pretty loud. Whoa. Eating a Take 5. Mhm. Drinking a 5-pack. What comes in 5 packs? Remember those, like, plastic, sugar water juice box things that had the twisty top that you couldn't reattach, and it was just like it was like a hummingbird feeder is what's in that. What are those things called? Never heard of those. Wow. Well, a 6-pack is a thing, so but I think you can get, like, an 8-pack if you're, like, really shredded, like Hugh Jackman for the Wolverine movies or something. Yeah. Pretty good. It's another Monday, um, and here we are doing the Monday thing. Isn't it cool? Well, did you follow the directions? Because like, one of the things that your mentor tells you is you need, like, 2 blocks of like, what is it, like, 2 blocks of body and 2 blocks of tannins or something? Acidity? But that's not the optimum, that's the typical, is it not? Because that's that like, your wines of that type in that region typify to where that star is, but I think that's kinda like one of those, like, playing the notes that, the in a certain way or what it's like, so you as long you can break the rules a little bit, as long as you know what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta know the rules so you know how to break them, basically. That's what Steve Vai apparently says, the renowned guitar virtuoso. Yeah. No, I'm just playing the hits at this point. I played some Elite Dangerous the other night. I'm playing, Assassin's Creed Origins again. Trying to catch up to this runaway Assassin's Creed train that I'm gonna talk about here in a little bit because I got the skinny on that, and, yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I mean, I can tell you about the target that I assassinated and I've gotten to the point where I'm exploring the pyramids at Giza and the Sphinx, and, but that's about it. Mhm. The Paris one. Yeah. You don't need an inciting incident, you just wanna get to the action. Yeah. I don't think there'd be much action in that. That's cool. So is it like you're just like are you, like, just wandering around the game world as it is? Mhm. But you can't go and, like, loot vases and stuff like you can in the normal game, right? Yeah. You have a horse? No? Huh, okay. Hmm. Well, I mean, that's an interesting approach to the game. It's valid, I mean, they put it in there, you can do it. It's kinda like how, I don't know if games really have accessible debug menus anymore, but, like, back in, like the PS1 days, if you knew what the sequence of buttons to key in was on the controller, you could access the debug menu, and it would be like, I mean, it's there for the developers to, use God mode and whatever else, and just being able to kinda, like, mess around with games, using that. Oh, all that stuff. I played Tenchu like that, and it was really good. Yeah. Mhm. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on a second. Let's see. I'm not sure where that happened because I didn't touch anything. No, it did not. It might have been. It might have been. I'm gonna try to continue on from where I was. Well, I stopped it. Um, it yeah, but if I don't stop it, there's no way to get it back to recording again. Hold on, shift, append. Okay, alright. Now it's recording again. Yeah, it had stopped at 8:35 or something. Yep. Alright. Hmm. But from a three-quarters perspective. Hmm. Was there more than one? Yeah. Right. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. Mhm. Oh, right. Okay. Mhm. But I'm not a savage. I mean, come on. Maybe you can throw, like, a lead pipe or something. Mhm. Nice. Mhm. Yeah. It's just it seems very, very archetypically video gamey in its nature here is kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking at some video of it, and it's got kind of that, like, would you call it like a flat shaded look to it or something? Yeah. Not a lot of textures. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, they give you that so that you like, on, your 10th playthrough, you might get S ranks or whatever. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, 80 points to the dollar. Exactly, yeah. Is there anything, like, new that this is bringing to the experience? Mhm. Streets of Rage. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's weird how, like, that genre is basically all, like, side scrollers, and then, like, Diablo alikes, which, I mean, they share a lot of things in common, right? But the Diablo style games have this point of view, and, let's go ahead and call it an open 3D world to go around. Yeah, as opposed to just side to side. Mhm. Is a beat 'em up is this a beat 'em up or a brawler? Or they're like the same thing, right? Because, like, a brawler, I think, it almost makes me think of, like, the Smash Brothers subgenre or genre, of is that what they're calling them these days? Yeah, Power Stone, exactly. Yeah, yeah, Possess Bar. Yeah. Oh, music? Hmm, okay. Chiptunes. Oh, okay. Hmm, why? What? Change it to a certain thing or what? Huh, yeah, that's bizarre. I mean, I've dealt with some business systems that have some weird quirks, so, I mean, it's not all that different from but it's just weird, you know? Mm, yep. Yeah. Well, good. I looked at the new releases list, and all I found was a few new Destiny guns, honestly. Our new Destiny guns are Wayward Strand, which I'm not sure it was that might be a shotgun, you know? Oh, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, among other stuff. There's like, the SOCOM, that's the P2 or whatever, I don't know. Our next one here, Stone's Keeper, which, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of data on what sort of weapon this is, but I know by its name, Stone's Keeper, that it's from Destiny. So, and then the last one here of the trifecta, Solstice, but it's spelled Soul stis. Solstice. So it's like the was it I'm wondering if it's like the apex or if it's the zenith or the nadir, you know what I'm saying? It's like maybe it's like you catch me on the wrong day and this is your winter solstice, the winter of the soul. Are you sure that one hasn't been released like 23 times? Aren't they all the whole series is called Return to Monkey Island. Legacy of Monkey Island. Yeah. The Monkey Island. Yeah. Shadows of the Monkey Island. Is this the one that, like, they were gonna do an interview stream about a while ago, and then they canceled it because they were, like, being heckled about something? Didn't the Telltale ones look like that also? No? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this new one has a much more of an artistic flair than the Telltale ones, so I don't get what the complaint is about. It does look a little bit, um, Nickelodeon, like Ren and Stimpy era Nickelodeon, like abstract shapes a little bit, you know? But it's a style. I mean, say what you will. I think it looks good. I think there's an identifiable style. There's a lot of color, in the screenshots I'm seeing and stuff here. I don't get what the problem is. Mhm, mhm, oh, this is Terminator Dark Fate of Monkey Island. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know which one Curse is. So is that, like, number 3 or 4? Okay. Okay. I don't know if there's a name for it. They just call it it's just the new canon or whatever. I don't know, right? Maybe there is. Who knows? Yeah. Well, so you're gonna play this game? I mean, if you're a fan of the series, right? It seems like you should. That's the first game in the series. Yeah. Had that sort of Studio Ghibli art style. Hmm. Yeah, if you got a million hours to kill, there you go. Oh, really? For a decade? What about all the games that came out after that on the Vita? Have you already played all those? It is a great little system. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I think it kinda sucks, definitely on the one hand, but also these are, like, just giant behemoths of development, like, hundreds of people, thousands of people all across the world. It's amazing that more of this stuff doesn't leak, you know? No. Yeah. This is a big story. Oh, yeah. That's been years ago now. Yeah, yeah. Like a network drive that somebody accessed and yeah. Also a big story. Not as big. Yeah. do those actually happen? I don't know. Maybe. It seems like a bad practice. It seems like just hazarding a guess. I would think a game like Diablo 4 would probably be less harmed by a bunch of stuff leaking than GTA, just because of the nature of how you play each of the games, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, whereas the big thing about the next GTA is like, "Oh, is what city is it set in? What" well, you just tell me what city it's gonna be, and then I can tell you, like, all the movies they're cribbing from, all the archetypes of the characters that they're gonna have and everything else. So, yeah, not super excited about another GTA, although, 5 was pretty fun when I did finally play it. Yeah, yeah. I am curious about 6 to see what may have changed since the founders of the company are gone, if anything. Uh, yeah, right. Yeah, it's true. It was interesting and lots of choices and interesting ones, so that's true. I read a little bit about this, but probably not enough to really speak educationally about it, but the matter is that, GPU manufacturer EVGA, has decided to no longer make NVIDIA model cards, I think is basically what it comes down to. Um, yeah, I don't and apparently they don't make, AMD ones either, so I'm not sure what they're gonna do with their what's their business gonna be? I don't know. Fanciful box art, maybe? Um, I mean, yeah, just Google it, I don't know, there's like a zillion of 'em. Yeah, Hot Fairy Girl D, that from that season or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why, like, they have some sort of, I don't know, ideological, um, objection to the way that NVIDIA's chipsets are going now or something. I have no idea, but it just seems like an odd choice because it seems like if they're electing to cease doing business with NVIDIA for, because they're mad. They're, like, taking their ball and going home is kinda what it sounds like. Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. But, actually, I might not actually, it might be my current card. It might be an EVGA. I have definitely had one of their cards at one point or another. Yeah. But it's not good if a major supplier of graphics cards is getting out of that, business at this moment because, I mean, we're just coming out of, the Bitcoin pinch on graphics cards, right? It's Twitter, there's no logic. Hmm. It's weird. Yeah, Ubisoft, I guess they had some sort of big trade announcement show recently, because I did see some stuff come out about, like, the next, Raving Rabbids or Rabbids Strategy, Mario Rabbids, whatever. What is that called? Yeah, that one. Something or other. Well, anyway, the part that I care about, that I'm halfway interested in is, what are they doing with the Assassin's Creed franchise? And the answer is a lot. They're doing a lot with the Assassin's Creed games. They announced the next 3 Assassin's Creed games. One is called Mirage, and that is going to be set in Baghdad. And that's not so far really removed from, I guess it's like about 700 years removed from Assassin's Creed 1, but it's geographically it's, in that part of the world. Um, and apparently your assassin is going to visit a place very much like the sort of mountain safe hold that was the assassin's home base in that game. Do you remember that? It's kind of like in the middle of the 3 kingdoms. Yeah, like the I don't know, probably. Sounds like something that might have happened. But anyway, they've announced that game, the one that's gonna be set in Baghdad, and then they announced a couple more that are just at, code name status at this point. One of them is gonna be set in feudal Japan, and they're calling that one Assassin's Creed Red, and then one is gonna be set well, the that's gonna be the next one after Mirage, so, like, look at for, like, 2025 or something for that game. The one after that, they've given us the code name and, like, a little bit of, like, concepty teaser art sort of stuff, but obviously it's way early in development, so there's not a whole lot that's known about it. But it's called Codename Assassin's Creed Codename Hex, Hexe, and some people are speculating that it's like probably like 15th, 16th century German is area, Teuton Teuton's forest or whatever. I'm not sure what the place would be called at that point. Yeah. But anyway, and in addition to those 3 games that they announced, they're also working on this thing called, Assassin's Creed Infinity, which is going to be like the launcher for the series of games. And interestingly, it seems like going forward, starting with what's it called? Mirage? The next one, starting with the next one. It sounds like they're stripping out all of the like present day, future story, meta storyline stuff, and that's going to be confined to the Infinity launcher. Whereas when you buy Mirage or Codename Red or Codename Hex or whatever, you're only going to get the historical um, adventure. And then if you're interested in the modern day storyline stuff, which, take it or leave it. Some people hate it, some people like it. I've always kind of been like, sort of interested in it, especially in the early games. But like in the later games, it's kind of like I don't care about this anymore. But anyway, what they've decided to do is kind of, like I said, remove all that stuff from the main game and keep it in the launcher. And I guess the reason they decided to do that is because they never really felt like they were satisfying anybody with that stuff, because it was like like I think it was Yves Guillemot, or no, maybe it was like another developer gave this interview to Eurogamer, I think, where basically what he said was that you either had not enough of that stuff or you had way too much of it. And everybody came down on a different side, right? And so basically to kind of, you know, sequester or separate that out, to you can give the people that are interested in that their place to go and get more of it. And then for the other people that don't care, it's not intruding on their. Well, that was the fear going, like, when there were rumors about this Assassin's Creed Infinity thing, that it was gonna be like, "Oh, it's gonna be a live game from now on," and, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, because at this point, all it's been is there's been like these arcs, right? So like we had the Desmond arc for the first like six of games or whatever, where it was just like each new historical adventure would be its own discrete thing, and then the meta plot would be like it would continue, so you wouldn't really necessarily know what was going on if you hadn't played the last one or whatever. Whereas, um, yeah, then there was a couple of games where they like took a break from that, and then you were like the future stuff was like you were like a QA tester for Ubisoft, and so they did like two or three like that, and and then the newest arc of 3 games, starting with Origins and then through Odyssey and, Valhalla, you're there's, like, a new meta protagonist called Layla, and from what I gather, she's in not just Origins, but the other 2 after that as well. Um, and so but, yeah, I think with the next one going forward, it's gonna be separated out, which I think is a good call 'cause, um, I think the meat of the series always has been the historical settings and adventures and stuff, so anyway, that sounds interesting. Why do you think that is? Yeah? Have no choice maybe but to cut it off. I think it's yeah, I think it's true sometimes. It is a shame, like, when it happens, but yeah, I mean, sometimes, the name of progress, but, and they could always recreate those experiences. I mean, like, ask yourself, what of the old games do I wanna play or do I wanna carry forward? And could they not just reinvent it, from the ground up? And that would be what they would tend to do anyway, just because everybody loves remaking games, right? Oh, yeah, same here. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend ever listening to one. Have we all found ourselves more with more money than time, maybe? Is that what it is? Yeah. It's not fair. Spencer? Jack Ryan? Jim Ryan? Jim Ryan. Yeah, it's not Jack Ryan. Yeah, because it makes some money for them. Yeah. Hold on, let's, hold your horses there. Uh-huh. Yeah. You know what this is? This guy, he just wants to go back to like the forum console wars of like, Call of Duty versus Battlefield, PlayStation Battlefield, you know. Yeah. We fought the console wars and the console wars won. Right. Not a great saying because nobody ever remembers that. Yeah. Really needs an acronym, I think. Wow. Yeah. To what end, I ask you? Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't, I wouldn't think that they would not do, mergers and acquisitions to grow the brand and the company because that's what business is, right? Square Enix selling like Eidos was kind of like the last thing, right? That was pretty recent. I don't recall hearing anything more recent. I mean, I think there was like some media outlet the other day that let go a bunch of people, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's video games media. They're always doing that. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What's the holdup, yo? How hard could it be? This game is like how old now? It's gonna be like when Phantasy Star 2 like finally came out on PC after like a decade or something. Like, yeah, that's literally what this will be like if it ever does come out. Um, Sega, rebranding the long running and very, now very famous and well regarded Yakuza series. They're rebranding it to be called Like a Dragon, which is actually more in line with with being like a translation of the Japanese title, which is Ryuga Gotoku. Yeah, Like a Dragon, which is more a little bit more of a mouth than Yakuza, but yeah, I mean, I guess. I it may you know what, there is one aspect to this, I mean, there's the fact that it's already that's the title already in Japanese, basically, but it does sort of, like, open up the possibilities for what stories they can tell a little bit more than, like, just being just being called Yakuza, so Tears Tears of the Kingdom. Pears of the Kingdom. Yeah, and it did say that they had, like, maybe consciously played on a little bit of wordplay there because also now the kingdom is, like, torn up into, like, different bits or something, floating in the sky. Yeah, which is I mean, it's interesting. We'll see. Um, 1,000,000 people have signed up, for Disney's Animal Crossing-esque game, which they're calling Dreamlight Valley. It's interesting. Oh, yeah? Have you? Huh. I do every time I play Animal Crossing, I have to go around and pull the weeds. Yeah. Yeah, those cool toys. Huh. Coincidence? I don't know. Could be. Maybe not. Well, yeah. Arcane, fantastic series. And Legrand said in the Discord that, he's been watching this Cyberpunk and that, I guess it's pretty good. So, I mean, I like I read Altered Carbon. That was a pretty cool book. Sims 4. It's gonna be free to play next month, which okay. Sims 4, that game's been out a while, right? 5 years or so, probably? Something like that. Sims free to play. I mean, it seems like a good match for that sort of thing. Probably get the same sort of, um, I don't know, would you call them casual players? I don't know. Like, who plays Sims games? They're not exactly casual. That's kind of a misnomer. Yeah. I wouldn't pay money for that, although I imagine some people would. Which is that is interesting. I always you know, you hear every now and then about, like, beat stats or whatever, like, somebody will link you to how long to beat on this or and then it always just struck me as kinda like one of those, like, flying under the radar, third party garage developer things, but now it's being integrated into yeah. Do you remember Backloggery? Do you remember that site? That was popular for a while, like 15 years ago. Um, oh yeah, I don't even bother to keep track. I haven't been buying a whole lot of stuff lately either, but I mean, it just rolls in the free stuff. So yeah, yep. So Intel apparently retiring the Pentium chip, which is odd. Are they just retiring the name? Are they retiring like? Are they just not making chips anymore? They're just gonna be like, yeah. Well, those are pretty old now. I mean, that Weird Al song about the all about the Pentiums. I mean, that I was in high school when that came out. So, uh huh. UHF. Hmm. I, I I might blame him for not getting the Avatar sequels out sooner. Yeah. Also, wait, what? 3D glasses have to be recharged? Oh, yeah. I think I did hear something about that. Yeah. Do you have a 3D TV? Yes. Mhm. Do you have Avatar on 3D? Avatar 2's coming out this year, dude. Well, Wizard 101 is, a game that's, what is that really even a game? I don't anyway, it's, apparently been spammed by, a person who's suspected to be, a disgruntled employee. Bradley? Is that did you make that up? I don't know. Bradley? Mhm. Yeah. Nice. Well, that concludes, this load of the, news speedrun magazine for the news speedrun canon. So, take care, everybody. Good night and good luck. I am at Count Elmdor. Are we still going? Yeah. We got some pretty cool commentators. Mhm. You know, you and I, we're not far off the, like, Ida axis of amazing potatoes. Yeah. Mhm. It's true. I'll be seeing you.